Okay. Let's continue. For numbers 12 to 18, determine the value of x that will make each statement true. Number 12. 9 to the power of x is equal to 27. So the question that you should be asking yourself is that, what should be the exponent of 9 so that the result will be 27? Okay. Find the exponent of 9 so that the result will be 27. So, it's here. 9 to the power of x is equal to 27. 9 may be written as 3 squared to the power of x is equal to 27 may also be written as 3 cubed, since when you multiply 3 by itself 3 times, you will have 27. 9 to the power of x is equal to 27. And that is the given. The left side of the equation is equal to the right side of the equation. 9 to the power of x is equal to 27. For two expressions to be equal, and if they have the same basis, which is 3, it follows that their exponents are also equal. Correct? The two expressions are equal. Their bases 3 are equal. It follows that their exponents must also be equal. So the exponents would be 2x on the left side and 3 on the right side. If 2x is equal to 3, therefore x is equal to 3 halves. That's dividing 2 to both sides of the equation. Meaning to say, the exponent of 9 must be 3 halves in order to get 27. Okay. How do you check that? That's 9 to the power of 3 halves. So by definition, that's 3 squared. 9 is 3 squared to the power of 3 halves. Applying the laws of exponents, so that's 3 cubed. The exponent of 3 is 3. The exponent 3 is obtained by multiplying 2 and 3, which is 6, and dividing the result by 2, so that's 3. 3 cubed is 3 times 3 times 3, which is 27. The right side of the equation. Okay. So the correct answer for number 12 is letter C. Okay, number 13. Number 13. 1,000 to the power of 1 over x is equal to 10. 1,000 may be written as 10 cubed to the power of 1 over x, which is equal to 10. So, I think you already got the idea that for us to solve for the value of x, the bases of the expressions must be equal. Like for number 12, the bases must be equal, which is 3. For number 13, the bases on the left side and on the right side of the equation must be 10. So if the bases are equal, it follows that the exponents are also equal, since the two expressions are equal. So you have 3 over x, which is equal to 1. Again, 3 over x is equal to 1. How do you get 3 over x? 3 over x is obtained by multiplying 3 and 1 over x. So 3 times 1 is 3 over x. 1 is the exponent of 10. So it is understood that if it is not 310, its exponent is 1. So 3 over x is equal to 1. Multiplying x to both sides of the equation, it would result to 3 is equal to x, or x is equal to 3 by symmetric property of equality. How do you check? So that's 1,000 to the power of 1/3. 1,000 is 10 cubed to the power of 1/3. 3 times 1/3 is equal to 1, since 3 and 1/3 are inverses of each other. The inverse property for multiplication states that when you multiply a number by its reciprocal, the result or the product would be 1. Like when you multiply 3 by its reciprocal, which is 1/3, the product would be 1. 1 being the exponent of 10. So 10 to the power of 1 is equal to 10, which is actually the number that is written on the right side of the equation. In 1,000 to the power of 1 over x is equal to 10. Okay, let's proceed. Number 14. Okay, number 14. Oh, by the way, ang answer sa number 13, x is equal to 3. That means it is letter D. Okay, number 14. 36 is equal to 216 raised to the power of x. This time, it's the right side of the equation that contains the variable x, but actually it does not matter since you can always apply the symmetric property of equality. So, rewriting, that's 36 is equal to 216 to the power of x. (36) can be written as 6 squared. 6 times 6 is equal to 36. 216 is 6 cubed. 6 multiplied by itself 3 times is equal to 216. If the two expressions are equal and their bases are equal, it follows that the exponents are equal. So 2 is equal to 3x. If 2 is equal to 3x, dividing 2 to both sides of dividing 3, to both sides of the equation, it means 2/3 is equal to x, or x is equal to 2/3. How do you check whether the answer is correct or not? So you have 216 to the power of 2/3. 216 is 6 cubed to the power of 2/3. 6 cubed is 2 to the power of 3. 6 cubed raised to the power of 2/3. So you have 6 squared. 36. Canceling 3, or 3 times 2 is equal to 6 divided by 3 is equal to 2. 36. So x is equal to 2/3. Number 14 is letter A. A number 15. That's 16. 16 to the power of x is equal to 128. Again, 16 to the power of x is equal to 128. It means that what should be the exponent of 16 in order to get 128? So 16 may be written as 2 to the power of 4 to the power of x is equal to 2 to the power of 7. Nganong 2 to the power of 7 man? Dara. Sorry. Nakita sa video. Kung anong 2 to the power of 7 man, when you multiply 2 by itself 7 times, you get 128. But 2 times 2 is equal to 4. Times 2 is 8. Times 2 is 16. Times 2 is 32. 2 to the power of 5 is 32. 32 times 2 is 64. 2 to the power of 6 is 64. So 64 times 2 is 128, or 2 to the power of 7 is 128. Then equating the exponents for x and 7. Solving for x, that would mean x is equal to 7 over 4. So the exponent of 16 for us to get 128 must be 7 over 4. Okay, so that's 16 to the power of 7 over 4. That's 2 to the power of 4 raised to the power of 7 over 4. Canceling 4, that's 2 to the power of 7. So multiplying 2 by itself 7 times will give you 128. So, letter C, ang number 15. Number 15 is letter C. Number 16. 25 to the power of x is equal to 1 over 625. Again, 25 to the power of x is equal to 1 over 625. Let me rewrite it. 25 to the power of x is equal to 1 over 625. Okay, that one. So 25 may be written as 5 squared, since 5 times 5 is equal to 25. Raised to the power of x. While 625 may be written as 5 to the power of 4. You follow? Low bat na siya. Na siya i-charge. Okay. 625 is 5 to the power of 4. When you multiply 5 by itself 4 times, you get 625. But take note that 5 to the power of 4 is in the denominator. So that's 5 to the power of 2x, the product of 2 and x, is equal to 5 to the power of negative 4. Ba? It follows from the rule that x to the power of negative n is 1 over x to the power of n. So kung kani ang given, kaning 1 over x to the power of n ang given, so you can go back to x to the power of negative n, which is the same with 1 over 5 to the power of 4, now equal to 5 to the power of negative 4. Okay. The two expressions are equal, and since their bases are equal, it follows that their exponents are also equal. So 2x is equal to negative 4. If 2x is equal to negative 4, therefore x is equal to negative 2. Okay, x is equal to negative 2. Kaning number 16 may also be answered by taking another option. Say 25 to the power of x is equal to 1 over 625. You just write 25 to the power of x. Ang kanang 625 may actually be written as 25 squared. Because 25 squared or 25 times 25 is indeed 625. O nga naman, kaya diba, kanang 25 squared is like 5 squared, the square of 5 squared. Correct? 25 squared is the square of 5 squared. 5 squared would be 5 to the power of 4. Katong ganina, kanang 5 to the power of 4 is equal to 625. Multiplying 5 by itself 4 times is 625. Okay? Therefore, kaning 25 to the power of x, which is equal to 1 over 25 squared, may be written then as 25 to the power of x is equal to 25 to the power of negative 2. Following also the rule that x to the power of negative n is equal to 1 over x to the power of n. So, equating the exponents x and negative 2 would mean x is equal to negative 2. If the two expressions are equal and their bases are equal, 25, 25, it follows that their exponents are equal. Okay. So I hope that is clear. Let's go to number 17. Okay, what's number 17? Ay, duwa man ikabook 16 ay nagari. So kaning 16, this would be negative 2. So letter C. Duwa siya ka number 16 ang nagari. Anyway, let's make this 17, then 18, then 19. Number 17 is that 49 is equal to 1 over 343 raised to the power of x. Okay. Let's have this one. (49) equals 1 over 343 to the power of x. Okay, here 343 is 7 cubed. Multiplying 7 by itself 3 times will give 343. 7 times 7 is 49, while 49 times 7 is 343. Correct? And 49 times 7 is 343. Therefore, 7 cubed is 343. 49 is 7 squared. 343 is 7 cubed. So the exponent of 7 in the right side of the equation will be 3x. So that 7 squared equals 1 over 7 to the power of 3x. Applying the rule, kani siya, kani, x to the power of negative n is equal to 1 over x to the power of n. It means that 7 squared is equal to 7 to the power of negative 3x. You follow? If the two expressions are equal and their bases are equal, it follows that their exponents are equal. So 2 is equal to negative 3x. Dividing both sides of the equation by negative 3, therefore, x is equal to negative 2/3. How do you check whether your answer is correct? So that's 49 is equal to 1 over 343 raised to the power of negative 2/3. That's 49 equals 1 over 7 cubed raised to the power of negative 2/3. When you multiply the exponents 3 and negative 2/3, it will result to negative 2. Since 3 times negative 2 is negative 6, divided by 3 is negative 2. So 1 over 7 to the power of negative 2. So 1 over 7 to the power of negative 2 is just like 7 squared, which is equal to 49. And we all know that 49 is equal to 7 squared. That is true. Okay, I will leave numbers 18 and 19 as your own practice exercises. I will leave this as your practice exercises. 81 to the power of x is equal to 1/3. 64 is equal to 1 over 2 to the power of x. Okay. Thank you.